A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a groundbreaking move, the Law Commission has proposed significant changes to burial laws in England and Wales, aiming to address a pressing shortage of burial space in urban areas. The Commission's recommendations include the potential reuse of graves in cemeteries that have been declared full, a practice that could reshape the landscape of burial traditions in the region. The public consultation, which is currently open and will run until January 2025, seeks to gather opinions on these proposals that could impact generations to come. As cities expand and populations grow, the availability of burial spaces has become a critical issue. The Law Commission has highlighted that many cemeteries are nearing capacity, with some having been fully occupied since the Victorian era. The proposed changes would allow for the reuse of graves, but with stringent conditions attached. Specifically, any grave would only be eligible for reuse if the last burial occurred at least 75 years ago, ensuring that the remains have been undisturbed for a significant period. Professor Nick Hopkins, the Commissioner for Property, Family and Trust Law, emphasized the importance of public consultation in any changes to the law. He stated, "Our proposals provide a significant opportunity to reform burial and cremation law and secure burial space for future generations. This must be done sensitively and with wider public support." The sensitivity surrounding the reuse of graves cannot be overstated, as many families hold deep emotional ties to burial sites. The proposed changes would not only affect individual graves, but also allow for the reopening of closed burial grounds. However, any decision to repurpose a graveyard would require government approval and must follow a thorough public consultation process. This is a crucial step to ensure that the wishes and feelings of families with loved ones buried in these areas are respected. The current legislation restricts the redevelopment of graveyards, allowing it only for religious purposes or if the owner obtains an act of parliament. This has led to a stagnation in finding solutions to the burial space crisis. As urban areas face increasing demands for land, the need for innovative solutions has never been more urgent. Alex Davies-Jones, the Parliamentary Under-Secretary of State at the Ministry of Justice, expressed the government's support for the Law Commission's work. She stated, "We await with interest the Law Commission's recommendations on the most appropriate framework to provide modern, consistent regulation for burial and cremation." This indicates a governmental recognition of the need for reform in light of changing societal needs. Experts in burial reform, such as Dr. Julie Rugg from the University of York, have voiced their support for the proposed changes. Dr. Rugg pointed out that the current system is failing and poses a threat to the funeral heritage and the historic Victorian cemeteries that many hold dear. She noted, "We're running out of space. A lot of people don't really have an issue with this. I don't think anybody would anticipate that their grave would never be touched again. It's just not reasonable." The conversation surrounding grave reuse is complex, with varying opinions from different stakeholders. Giles Fraser, a vicar in London, expressed his conflicted feelings on the matter. He acknowledged the lack of space in his own graveyard, but also highlighted the sanctity of burial grounds. "The dead protect these open spaces for the living. I'd be very, very nervous about reusing things to build on them," he said. As the Law Commission moves forward with its proposals, it is clear that any changes to burial laws will require careful consideration and widespread public engagement. The potential for reform presents an opportunity to balance the need for burial space with the respect and sensitivity owed to those who have passed. The conversation is just beginning, and it will be essential for the voices of the public to be heard as these proposals take shape. In conclusion, the Law Commission's proposals to allow for the reuse of graves and the reopening of closed burial grounds represent a significant shift in burial law in England and Wales. With urban areas facing a critical shortage of burial space, these changes could provide a necessary solution while ensuring that the wishes of families and the dignity of the deceased are maintained. The public consultation process will be crucial in shaping the final recommendations, ensuring that any reforms are both practical and respectful of the traditions surrounding burial practices. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.